ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Zunbil series here on the Lord Master channel. As this series continues, as we're going to go on yet another grand taxation tour, as we make very little to no money out of this, but hopefully things will change and turn around as I'll do the taxation tour. Then after I collect my money, I'll probably make some investments on activities, things to improve the economy further, and commission an epic and a pilgrimage, since the last two rulers have never performed any pilgrimages. It's just the one thing that we kind of sorely overlooked. And plus, since we have that holy site, each level of devotion increases the stewardship skill, so it's best to get right to it then. Captain of the day, who is infirm. Oh dear. And our Gujarati, renowned silk road merchant, which he would most definitely be around for that. So, let's get to it then. First stop, Merv. Also ransom out of you bit by bit. And also perhaps send my son and heir to the university. Or someone else. Also not endorsed by my Grand Diviner is another reason why we aren't making as much. A competent guide. You know, what if it's poisonous? Just this once. So let's find out all. Why do you not endorse me? What have I done to you? Revoked your court position? Disappointed in me, and of course my dreadful behavior. I could do something to make it up to you. How old are you, by the way? 59? You're feeling fine. Okay. So we got so many pets, we can give one away. All my dogs are female. It almost makes me want to say the B word, but no, I don't want to. Seems you prefer a bird. What about a cat? Alright, I have this old bird, Nanai. And if that ain't enough, let me give you an artifact that I really don't need anymore. Perhaps some events will come and then we'll get right to that. This is a legitimate child. She's the heir to these titles. Rakshana. Cultural festival here in Merv. And by the way, we're in the year 1000. New millennium. Bob invites me to join a religious parade. He serves me that Chatrapala watched over the preparations to give me the best parade the Muslim and Merv could offer. He speaks, a group of Flamens gathered in the main square, praying with unmatched intensity. It's good to see that people from Merv are so devoted to our faith. I could learn a thing or two from the satrap. Impressive. Yeah, just let it naturally go over the course. I find myself separated from my entourage by a large crowd of pressers forward to observe the ongoing festivities. Before I could react, I end up stuck between two people having a heated conversation. Alright, I don't understand a thing they're saying. Shara starts talking directly to me. I tried to blend in, but Fatima's giving me a side eye. I should probably say something back. Yeah, language seems fascinating. Maybe I will be able to pick it up from here. Espionage is the only language I know. Just nod and smile. 99% chance against them, since I have high intrigue. Whoops, I picked the other option, but oh well, it would be useful to try to learn the language. Pay up. She paid. Look at that. As I hear her walk down the streets of Merv, my courtier Nox is pointing at what seems to be known as Zunist Guild. A smile quickly appears on his face. Blissful. A group of apprentices are knelt down in front of the workbench. The master supervises the craft from the the door. Arms crossed, you know. You'll need a bit more strength for that, son. He takes a step in the direction, completely mesmerized. Since you're the caravan master, every little bit helps to get your stewardship up so you can travel faster. Go ahead. Pay him a visit. He became the architect. Well, son of a beeswax. I've noticed that one of us avoids me more than usual. He always sits at the opposite end of the table when we're invited to a feast. He constantly refuses my company while camping. We may not have had the best relationships, but that attitude's starting to turn me. Especially when over here I'm defaming me. Spit him as a brash buffoon. It'd be a way better shot at him. Oh. Caravan master no Katsok, take care of it. Treat him. That's all when you got me on. I got it. Hey, brother. Sorry I hit you in the face during the war. Off to a remote corner of the festival, I find an elaborate decorated tent. The materials and patterns are alien to me. They're from what I've seen back home. Its owner is a stranger still. It's not a bit annoying with wild classes. Ah, it's hard, sir. I see right to the future. Come get recorded, I'll tell all. coin you shall have. That's just for culture acceptance game. Taking it out of them. Alright, brother. You gave it. Now approached by Shah Devraz holding his sword. My age, I'm honored to have you here. Please accept this gift of commemoration of this cultural festival. Something will remind us of this day for years to come. Useless item. Maybe I could sell for scraps. Here, I'll give him this book. I have no use for it anyway. Bitch. Several peasants gathered around me asking for stories of my life. I think back of what I could tell them through stories told me. One, when I became friends with Patradan Khan. He's a lovely memory. The others, and when I declared war against Exxon and Kushfan, but more also tell, likely to inspire loyalty and fervor. I'll tell the first story. The inn we stayed in Afrasiel. Last night was a surprisingly wonderful place. I don't know what the inn or its staff did right, but something about the inn allowed most of us to sleep through the night so peacefully. This morning there are smiles on the faces of many of my entourage as we prepared to leave. What a wonderful place this was. The journey to Tarek Pass unfortunately brought us to the wastelands of Afrasiel. We're not prepared to take this long stretch without a single source of water, and many of my companions have begun to look as awful as dried turnips. I need to do something, and fast. Inspiring speech much quite their thirst for now. It did. Oh gosh. She just died of an exfoliation during a violent coughing attack. Well, she's known to have wheezing. Did I get it? Nope. This is martial related. Just in case. Oh, no, good. Traveling through the muddy streets of Isfahan, people are a rare sight. Empty houses, derelict child plays with a dog in silence. He hides away when he sees her entourage. The local priest points to the homeless he found. My shan shash bitamana. Azate Farizin. Welcome to this dust home. It's a big honor to have you to visit our humble domain. If you like, please stay for the night and join us for support. I'll gladly accept your invite. The oil lamp casts a light so feeble that it's nearly imperceptible. An old servant serves us food, unspiced. As that Debutantes seems a bit too nervous talking about the difficulties of ruling such a poor area. Impossible taxation. The last priest we left just a couple of months. Honest. Funny way to water wine. They probably excuse themselves if they go to the latrine. Accidentally bumping me on the way. My guards will have a chat with you. Wait, what are you doing? Don't know, it's stolen from me. Nature will provide for us. Oh, jeez. Oh, stretching. As we wind along the outskirts of Nasia, I see a trail of caravan camels in the distance, and we soon meet with a stranger. Good evening to you, worthy friend. Come in, come in. I promise you what I have in my stall, like Transoxiana herself, for all what they may seem. She says, showcasing countless shiny trinkets before my eyes. Maybe we could make a deal. Failed to haggle. Oof. Get rid of that. Put this on. Another culture festival here. I'm promenade around the festival and notice hooded figures selling flasks whose liquid cannot be told. Come and buy my medicines, Ramon. For they work miracles that bounce humors even the weakest man. I look as the flask and observe the one of shines from a million. That's if it's made of the finest cinnabar. The other is bright green, as are somewhat soaked copper plates in fresh wine. Red or green? No. Green's my favorite color more than red, so I'll say that the green is. It looks the healthiest. Oh, that's a bad tonic. Hang on. How? Oh, it's a permanent modifier. Well, you done hurt yourself. You done shorten your life expectancy. I don't know what I was expecting when I asked him down about some the whole state culture festival this far to cost these people. What this wasn't this. Turn my head away from the uncoordinated dance of poorly trained performers. I try to find some cover in the meals prepared. Lamb is hardly cooked, and they are completely carbonized. Is this a good representation of the Turkic culture? It's not really that bad. And you dare defy me. We're gonna have a problem later. One day. Now you endorse me. It's not much, but it'll do. Skipping that phase because peasant revolt. Oh heck. Find him. Man, where's my bodyguard? Don't mind me, just pass it through. Ongoing battle here. Dinner time. Damn. Good trying. It's been a long and wondrous evening of revelry and merriment. A minute goblet of mead is served between me and my good host, Shah Zunad of Kabulistan. I would say that Shah Zunad's trying to get a drink more than me. I always feel his own goblet a little harder than me. So push chance, perhaps I'll set the stakes here. Oh, you underestimated my prowess. I lost it. Long time has passed since I decided to eliminate my dead father. The fame of my dead father. Even longer since his birth. It is stressful to man to step out of the shell. I still feel the world judging me not on my deeds, but always in conspiracy with this Shah Shakatam. I know I am respected, but is it enough? What more I can do to be remembered? Do more than my father was. There's so much for me to achieve. Dinner this CD is a little different than what I'm used to. The cook lackadaisically drops a bowl in front of me and immediately met with the most unworldly aroma I've ever smelled in my life. This dish is from the depths of the void, is offensive to all the senses. Some slimy gray substance sits in its pale foam, broth like an untended chamber pot of a single sprig of herb placed on top of a futile effort to make the thing look appetizing. My every instinct compels me to fling the thing out of the nearest window. But Shah Zunad of Kabulistan sure is this local delicacy worth the shot. Well, down the hatch then. And it was a good meal. My Courtiers shop, what she claimed to have given Shah Zunad of Kabulistan's permission to come join his court to place him out. Latest patch would certainly improve my understanding with Shah. But latest patch, but this insult. Go where your heart pleases. Damn you. But you come to experience the future with me, eh? There's plenty of points of interest to visit when we go down to the job. The entourage of Ferguson stops some way from Balk before I turn to send an envoy. Something is launched from their camp towards my castle. A mangled body, ravaged by disease, falls from the sky. Skin marred by rashes and bumps that could even be seen from where I'm standing. It lands in a scorch, spreading blood, intestines, and panic. Scope him up. We'll launch the body right back. We became rivals because we catapulted disease-ridden corpses at each other. While resting during our travels, we were resting. Went out to search some water. It seemed he was really thirsty. He didn't even have enough water saved up in his water skin. Unfortunately, we realized too late that the water that we drew from looked like standing water. Many are aware that standing waters, such as those found in marshes and wetlands, are often dangerous for drinking. Perhaps he was too eager or thirsty and wasn't thinking straight. Anyways, we're feeling a little sick. I know some herbs that can help. So now for historical context. There's a stereotype that medieval people only drank alcohol or other drinks besides water, as water back then was of such poor quality. However, medieval people knew how to distinguish between water and that it could be safely drunk, and water was not suitable for consumption. As such, they would, for example, avoid water when it's near urban areas or marshlands, while seeking cleaner water elsewhere. You damn fool. No, thank you. I appreciate the thought. Oh. Since leaving home nearly over a year ago, I've seen the highs and lows, rather than the wind blowing through my hair and lamenting the rocks in my boots. There are so many places, so many things I've yet to see. Out there on the open road, I feel free of this stuffy castle, if only for a little while. The roads are full of pilgrims and wanderers. Perhaps it is among them that I'm willing to find a peace of mind. Out here I'm truly free, as I am a traveler now. We approach a hamlet where a forlorn woman stands shackled on the gallows. A throng gathers for Shansha's the Shansha. Peasant stumbles through the crowd. Please, my wife citizen. They held these hands have put their sins of the each other's feet. Their fallen ways ring. No, Ridley. Lizzie drags down the street. The official battleships. I'm sorry, my woman. Ignore him. The woman is guilty. Don't worry about it. Those blasts. Well, I'm here to pardon her and him. You two could come along. Treat him. Crud. Punjab claim on Kashmir. Now this is where it comes to play. Always wanted to switch that out. Just looking forward to that. So we got a long way around to go. Sure, I have no use of it. Keep getting bad luck. The mystics are everywhere in Northtown. They go around preaching and sharing their knowledge. One day I get into a rather depth conversation about the meaning of life, with one of them waiting for a boulder to be removed from the path. What wisdom could you share with me? This is actually a toll bridge. What do you think you are? I'm the Shanja. Close it. Sure. Mm-hmm. Streets are hanging with tapestries. Ah, the smell of freshly cooked beef. The way Stevie shines during this fine time of year. After weeks of labor, the final day of the harvest is finally here. The teams are formed amongst the locals to try and gather the final patch crops. Look at this. One of them brags as he is set towards the field, cutting no more than anyone else. My lord comes over with us, invites Volkit Sagan. Sing light to the group to dance merrily in the house. Streaks of wine. The music on the main stage is promptly followed by the dancers. The beauty of movements makes them look like they're part of the stage. They throw their hands in the air and feels like it's watching trees grow new branches. The cast comes from the audience and one then starts climbing on a wooden wall of the stage. But now it says, I shall take revenge from... Ah! The performer falls to the ground. Bring a decision immediately and pay up, and you refused as well. Always that one vessel that nobody gives a hoot about. At least that'll speed up the process, because in about 8 months we'll have coinage, increased development, and then in 6 years we'll have bailiffs. And then we can finally make investments of all different places where there's Turco-Hephthalite culture. My daughter is a Mahayana Buddhist. Keep getting bad luck. Dinner. I sat at the dinner table waiting my dessert. When I finally arrived, I could scarce contain my elation. Pious confection, the shape of the sun, is still already on an ornate plate. This thing is so intricately decorated that it is as if Zun itself has made it just for me. Of course I love it. The only question is how can I best show my appreciation. I'll remember this. I better enjoy my time, but I can't help but notice that feast and extravagance every day. Perhaps Satrap is significantly more wealthy than that. My father proposed true. It would mean the Satrap owes me far more gold than she's betrayed thus far. Look at them and extraction. Back payments must be made. You refuse to? Despite the fact that you are intimidated of me. Everyone's making merry at dinner. I could tell another one of my legendary jokes to much laughter and applause and coughing. I look around and see Gokche. Clutching her throat tight and hanging heavily, glowing red in the face. Seems my joke too good, a bit a little too good for her. I leap to the rescue, of course, but is it really my concern? I'll try to save her. Tribute. Saved her life. I get up and slam her hard in the back over and over. She begins to turn blue in the face. The grotesque glob of once was the gourmet food lands with a splash of some expensive herbal sauce. Oh, thank you. You saved a life today, my Shansha. I'll forever be in your debt. You owe me nothing but your company. And now the long journey back. 7 months. I think I know a cure. There you go. Safe, held a fiery servant for all the children of the court. Apparently they were spellbound as Ellie reads from the sacred stories. My son, Vakshavanta keeps telling me about how much he enjoyed the passages about darkness and how the song of ideas that inspired to emulate. My goodness, son. Faith is just a means to an end. There we go for once. I am about good. My best in dozens of men in combat. And honestly, all those fights were all, so here I am on this road looking for someone better than me. Someone I can learn from. If you can best me in combat, I'll become valuable and loyal servant. And so on this day, I demand to win you a fair fight. You might be less valuable after I win. What he wins the fight. I'd love to have you on my side. I should invite you to the court. He's a final win. That's it. Me and my entourage are going to send the mountain rescue. Come on, be brave and don't be a puss. That's what my father used to tell me. I will save you. He was not found. I got wounded. Kara got wounded. He's dead. Please do Kanakord. You might be useful to us. Somebody wants to kill this courtier. Can't say I blame him. Cultures discovered coinage. That's in Srinagar. He's taken Kashmir. Well, in the process of. Glory's widely known. There's your renown. Now time to start spending on some things beginning next year, next month. There goes my hammer. Put this on. Sure done made a lot of money here. So for starters, let's commission an epic. What I need is a classical tale of the grandeur of my family, a song about the origins of the Zunbil dynasty, and how we are destined for greatness. I'll need someone who knows how to tell the story. I'm always going for the most expensive. This Courtiers monk. The accomplished storyteller, Vitakai. What else? Of course, assembled the estates of Rome and embellished the capital. My father's done it, now it's my turn. That's how I've, been wanting to, try to outdo my father in any way, shape, or form. I'll say I'll lead the project myself. What else? And of course, begin preparation for a pilgrimage, as I have not done so, as the previous two rulers have not. So it would be wise to become paragon of virtue here. Fairly short distance, fairly short distance. Everything is fairly short distance. Unless you want to go very far, which is quite asinine. Which is just a way of saying, well, guess what? I am going to Haran. And you'll, before I hit that, and you'll be saying, gods, why? By Zun, why? You see, as this is in the area where that's not only where the university is, but if I remember correctly, that's where Heliopolis was, I think. It's down there somewhere. So I'm willing to go far. Oh, and also reinforce relations with Silk Road communities. This time, the Middle Eastern. Although, since we are close enough towards the, the Indian Ocean, that we do have access to the East African or Southeast Asian. But since I'm traveling far, I was thinking about going for Middle Eastern for the stewardship. No, give me the Southeast Asians, because of the travel speed and safety that would go up with that. Increases the amount of chance of receiving gifts of improved speed, reduced danger, at least at sea, or health or fertility and dealing with stress. That unlocks the decision to hire Southeast Asian shipbuilders. Let's do some. Now I've decided to reinforce the Southeast Asian communities around. The lands and seas of Southeast Asia are home to a number of kingdoms, and cities are well integrated in the maritime Silk Road. Involving ourselves in those networks could prove lucrative. Their abilities as sailors and merchants is to be admired. I'd like to think, since we control this and we're right next to the Indus, and the Indus does lead into the Indian Ocean, Arabian Sea, and in those areas, that one would think that we have those connections. Couldn't help but notice. After all this time, nobody has ever Socotra invasion of Yemen, and it was won by you. And you're also helping out some Hindu man to have a claim of Sarashtra. Yep. Let's have another long adventure to Egypt to get a huge amount of piety. Of course, there's a lot of danger going into this, but the quickest route, they says, is this way and back. It may take 2 years. 1 second. Maybe there is a better way. We mentioned those shipbuilders. Lessen the danger of sea and coastal sea. We'll sail the Indian Ocean blue. People who dwell on the coast, islands, and rivers of Southeast Asia play an important role in the maritime trade routes that connect the Indian Ocean with China. For centuries, they have honed their skills as travelers of the seas. Through my connections to the local Southeast Asia community, I brought in some sailors, shipbuilders, and sea merchants to assist me with my navy, to protect my shores, to encourage sea trade, and to advise me of my feel how to best travel along the seas. Which again, that's because we have the Indus, at least a half of it. So therefore we're connected to the sea indirectly. So maybe travel by sea is a safer option than over land. But it's not necessarily the fastest. So, okay. No, no, no. This way, you dummies. All the way down to Debutantes. And then we're off to sea. Which there's a danger. You know what? And go that way as well. Back. As much as I'd like to travel through all these points of interest, but I figured that I thought this would be the safer option, but can decrease that. It's all coastal sea. There you go. That's the way to do it. And to bring mercenary guards along with you. Why not? Bring every character with me. Willing to spend big. Doesn't go for zealotry. So as much as I would like to visit these places, but I ain't got time for that. So let's get going. This is going to be a very different pilgrimage than what we typically do within the comforts of our own empire. I spent long hours of solitude drawing up designs for improvements to bulk. Starting this project will be better now that it is the product of my mind alone, rather than meddling middlemen and fawning courtiers. What will it become? I'll look down at my notes. I see 3 promising designs. I could... build a large mausoleum for when my time has come, combining my stewardship and my knowledge. 76% chance that this project exceeds expectations, thus gaining a huge amount of learning lifestyle experience. 23% chance that it just goes according to plan and gain 100 renown and a little less learning speed. But nevertheless, it exceeds expectations. My family epic seems to be progressing well. Some lines already sound like they'll be quoted for decades to come, but Vidikai has a lot of questions about the focus of the story. It would be easier to answer if he wrote it all first, and then I could tell him what I dislike about it. But he says he needs answers now. It is family history, so be generous. Need more renown. My rival is dead because died of heart failure. In one of the harsher parts of the desert in Upper Gore, we come across the remains of some travelers who must have passed away not too long ago. May soon bless these unfortunate souls in the afterlife. Whilst their fate is not uncommon, few would doubt the fact that these kind of deserts are unforgiving. After all, even those experienced such terrain and conditions could meet their untimely end when such barren terrain is their own luck. We are fortunate that we saw many supplies left. Continue onwards our destination. We're going to Egypt. I woke up with a crushing thought. Despite years of efforts, my life's achievements still pale compared to my great father, Shah Katana. I've pushed myself, yet I'm still unable to escape the long shadow of his fame. Is this a curse that every father brings upon their children? Are we all born of a futile race against the giants of the past? I have failed you, Katana, and I have failed myself. But Vidikai no longer my court, it's difficult for him to continue his work. My family epic. Thankfully, my scribes will be ready to pick up the slack. Went back to, you know... Oh boy. Get this, because, you know, I'm raising my children that way. We encountered many Zunist pilgrims on our route, and thus far they have all been pious and devoted to Zun's will. However, we soon come into the company of a group of strange travelers from distant lands. They introduce themselves as old Zunists. They tell us that this route is sacred to their people too. Only real Zunists may take this journey. Conversion successful. You are my friend now. Nature will provide for us. Here's my donor. And since I have a lot of money, send her to the university for once. She's going to get a much better education than normally would. And based on how that looks, for once, give her the martial education. There might be potential in this. Looking something up as I travel. Heliopolis. One second. In the markets of Rukaj, a familiar man makes an appearance. Like a puppy, he has followed us for days. With pleading eyes, he exclaims, "My lord, your courtier, Mole, will she ever love me? For she is Zunist, and I am of the Mahayana faith. Is there a chance?" He seems infatuated, but well, looks would Zun approve of this union? Accept Zun, and she will be yours. As the estates of the realm were assembled, it soon became clear that the discussions were going on and on without any significant breakthroughs. Everyone was entrenched in their own positions, and the ability to compromise was almost nil. It was also apparent that I was unable to steer and lead the discussions in order to present a more positive result. All in all, it was a frustrating affair where nothing truly relevant was accomplished. It was all for naught. Sada Pranayata's listening to my family epics slowly coming in. A lot of it's not very plausible. It's just a part with a loyal horse, she tells me. On the other hand, who is to say what the past was like? If you're already doing embellishments, why not take it as far as we can? And it is important that we tell the good story after all. Heliopolis is located in the Cairo Governorate in Egypt today, in Shams. So in other words, yes, the location we're going to is correct. Oh gosh, not again. That's my steward, my good steward. I don't want to lose her. Save her! Oh, we've lost her. She was a good woman. It's your turn to take the mantle now. And, let me see those taxpayers. Change the tax decree. Oh, that's the opposite. I'm looking. This would be quite an improvement. Back to basics. We just simply wanted a little more income. As I continue my holy journey, I encountered a woman by the roadside, caked in filth and wet with her tears. Are you happy now? You've taken everything from me. How am I to go on in a world ruled by a creature as cruel as Siddhartha? Clearly she is desperate as having verses of faith. Doesn't matter. So I'll say there is answer in Zun. Conversion successful. Another friend made. Deviant. That's shunned. We're not even yet see yet. Some of my scribes are telling my vassal satrap for good about the exciting details discovered about my ancestors. Now I believe the part with the law might actually be true. It is fascinating to be sure, but they do not have a gratis song to complete. As for this particular antidote. It should be shared with all of my vassals. slope. Shazard had used his son to spy on other clan members. What on earth? Our journey to Hawana has unfortunately brought us directly to the wasteland destruction. We were not prepared to undertake this long stretch but a single source of water, and many of my companions have begun to look as awful as dried turnips. I need to do something, and fast. The inspiring speech might quench their thirst for now. Keep doing it, and I'll be a seasoned traveler. The fields of Thata are sad to behold. Every crop in bloom, every leaf green, every stem delicious. I quickly tracked down the source of the verdancy. Spotting a man standing in the field, he seemed to be holding a lecture of some sort to the gathering of listeners. My name is Master Munzir. He notices me in the distance and turns in my direction. My knowledge of gardening is vast. Yes, incomparatively vast. So stay a while and listen. Oh, kind of me intrigued. I've been down there for 10 years. So, I'm going to be around for a good while. I'm likely to live in my 70s. Assuming nothing terrible happens to me. Alright, about to go into the sea now. My spy master, Atabek Ibrahim, seems to be the latest person to listen to the excerpts of my family. Your great-great-grandmother was a fascinating resource figure, tells him. If it would be known that you are half underhand as she, he would think twice before acting against you. My great-grandmother? Which great-grandmother you speak of? Well, we do not know. So I'll say the blood of that snake is flowing in my veins. So this sea now, the Arabian Sea. White squall turned to port. The coxswain's horrifying yell does not suit the calm weather. My ears are of increasing louder roar of the wind. In less than a heartbeat, the moist white mist that engulfs the whole ship, louder than the wind. The mainmast cracks and falls overboard. And as soon as it came, the squall moves on. Our boat lazily rocks on the calm sea, dragging torn sails and broken oars along. We need somehow to raise makeshift sails. 64% chance that our ship's sails once again. Or 36% chance that we slowly drift in the wind and be delayed. We sail. Now we're in the open sea where it's more dangerous. My scribe has completed my family epic, and what a glorious song that composed that has high drama, moral quantities, intense duel. Everything my family's been forged from is in there. Even a part with a loyal horse. Seemingly so far-fetched, it's become a touching moment outlining the destiny of my house. This might be the greatest song ever written. Yes. Now, I said it before that our main focus now will be Silk Road. Let me see. So now with the transition phase, clergy will respect me a little more. Different faith popular opinion will be reduced as this is a multi-religious empire that we live in. And it's also cheaper to convert to faith if you wish. And increases the chances of getting a deal event. Then thus gold when using the Silk Road Merchant's travel option. So these will pop up more often than not. 1 second. Go to the capital. Now I see zooms. Despite the harsh rule, always syncretism must be teachable. Take a look at this Buddhist man, for example. So, right. If only we had groom to rule as well. I think it's entirely possible. I may have to switch back. Next time we get another perk, get this. And then switch back and get groom to rule. There's raising Vakshavata, who is the heir to the Empire. And there's Rakshana, who's got potential, but and also suddenly, so she'll be a well-educated person. So now travel by the coastal sea, which is much safer. Should be much safer. Surprised we just went through the open sea without any issue. Ignored my vassal Sachapa has ended all conversation. Seen a sudden interest in various the amount of correspondence on various plans is under pressure on plot against her. Just trying to make a good impression. Heck. I'll swear you next. A handkerchief just came into my possession not too long ago. I found this fabric used to make it just wonderful. It observes things pretty well, such as my sweating or sneezing, but it seems to never leave too foul an odor after I wash it. Should keep it around me more often. It will be on my side from now on. It's a cluttered artifact. Familiar Kinsign. Apparently there's a ship that's stuck and it's starving. They are significant. Passing through. Was killed in an attack. Your last job between us. Almost there. I climb into Kuzlum and walk through Harrow, then into Hawan, to Heliopolis itself, past the university. I am finally here, body and soul. Oh, yes. At the great temple of Hawan. As the Father, obviously blessings I reflect on everything that had to happen for Zun to bring me here at this moment in time. I have walked the holy path. I'm a pilgrim now. To stroll around the streets of Hawan, I stop in front of a small temple. The building is comparatively bland and humble, with a small crowd of pilgrims has gathered in front of it. When I move in closer, I realize they're scratching their heads trying to make sense of this plaque next to one of the guardian statues written in a foreign language. This could be an opportunity to do my fellow pilgrims a service. I'll translate for you all. I can't believe this plaque is a spelling mistake. Preach the wrath of Zun. There had been a smuggling ring operating in Gujarat for some time. However, officials were that they were unable to find any useful information on them that would lead to these criminals' arrest. Recently, however, my officials managed to capture one of the smugglers, who turned out to be an extreme coward. Even a casual mention of torture was enough to turn this man into a quivering mess. He told the authorities everything. The members of the smuggling ring have all been caught, and justice doled out. All in all, it was a great success. The man's cowardice was our key to victory. The markets of Hawan are bustling with merchants shouting in languages I'd never heard, and selling spices I'd never tasted. Guide of the pilgrim, learn the safest routes, discover the marvels of Hawan. One of them yells maybe a small bug in my direction. Let me take a look. Ah, and if you take this turn, I'm sure I've seen this book before. Two, even more piety gain of the reward. Studied scripture for more learning lifestyle experience. Nana, my sister. Yes, Sister Nana, who is an adulterous woman who's become a nun. At least you decided to come with me, and you still work as a tax collector, despite all this. So, she sprawls as appear in the Holy Site messages and make our way through the crowd. This is truly a sight to behold, a place where cultures meet and faiths come together to worship. Are we not blessed to get to experience such familiar companionship? She looks at me expectingly. We don't have that. The feats spirituality can achieve. As our time at this sacred site draws to an end, I am satisfied in knowing that most, if not all, of my decisions to our long and distinguished journey has been taken to prove my devotion to the Sun and Zunist. This being my first pilgrimage, while no pilgrimage is exactly alike, I feel confident that I'm more familiar with what to expect from this type of spiritual journey in the future. Monsieur, it has been an honor. 531 piety. 20 trade experience for pilgrim. So we'll be leaving on the 11th of September. We got about 16 months, assuming no interruptions. Unless on the way back you can I mean, since we had no issues, since we're going to get back to the bull, maybe perhaps we could take a few stops along the coast. Like, say, here. And then go over there. Way stations and such. I mean, I wouldn't mind taking a few shortcuts. Go to Mecca to visit that great mosque there, just for a little bit of learning, because, you know, close to its relevant location. And then after Sutkin. No, you dummy. This way. Look, so we wanted to see, then take a brief stop and then back into the sea. Maybe we can also take a brief stop to this channel here, and then to Sakatra, the back into the sea. Again, I can't be there for all of them, but I would also, as I stated, just go to the locations where it gives you diplomacy lifestyle, since I do want that other perk that's relevant when we get back to the diplomacy lifestyle experience. You know what? Screw it. Go to the pyramids, and then into Alexandria, then come back out to sea. There you go. Now that's proper travel. So, ready? Just doing a little sightseeing in Egypt before we get back to sea. Yezdagud, which obviously it sounds like a variant of the Persian Yezdagud, named Sundat. These two inherit Wakan. The reason we're doing that is make buildings slightly cheaper. I've seen the world and beheld its many wonders and much else, but never beheld such beauty such as the ones I've seen in London Nutria. Truly, Misri or Egyptian women are cut above all the rest. One particularly fascinating specimen has taken my eye. That's like a peasant woman by the name of Zar. A pretty little beauty. She is far too pleasing of eye to spend her day slaving away in London Nutria. Took her in as your woman. Concubine. Yeah, why not? How'd you like to be my concubine? Chart of food supply. As I said before, nature would provide for us. Cultural populists. You're gonna give me your sword? Sure. That's nice of you. like I'm gonna use that. Return from meeting your peers. Wants to reach the glories. Mastered by his peers. A Shami man. Thank you for putting your trust in me, my lord. I'm very young. Smiles good to your confidence is now misplaced, for I spent years practicing my techniques and woven some truly wonderful rugs and drapes. For you, though, I think a tapestry would be best. A well-woven one that could really command the attention of a room and say something about some. The only question is, what should the tapestry show? Something that illustrates the history of the Hephthalite Empire. More borrowed powers. Devraz. My goodness. But it's a good thing that you're loyal to me, otherwise I would most certainly take issue from that. You could at least try to help me, you know, boost the crown authority. Because one day I would love to change that idea of, you know, that gender law of succession, since it's kind of gotten out of hand. Need a brief stop. As always. The beneficiary has ruined my new garb. My night and the storms are revolver weird. The piece of clothing holds in his hand is so badly cut up I cannot tell what it once was. You're reacting. I was simply studying the weave of the fabric. Important for my project. He says if it's necessary, then it's necessary. Now there goes our grandeur even more. Once we return to the capital, if we make it all the way, I will end the episode. Gunavaman, satrap of Sabulistan, claims the title of Kabulistan. Huh. Astronomers around the world have reported a most fascinating, unprecedented anomaly. The appearance of a new star in the sky. Stars appearing out of nowhere is abnormal, but hardly unheard of. What is extraordinary about this new star is extremely bright, even more than Venus, which is normally the brightest celestial body after the sun and the moon. In fact, ordinary people have reported seeing it during the day too. Many are debating whether this unusual star is just a minor, if odd phenomena, or an event of great importance. Regardless, astronomers are observing that it does have some strange properties and behaviors. For example, it dims or brightens or flickers almost at random, or even disappears for weeks at a time. One can only wonder what this new star represents, or why is it the way it is, and how long will it stay in the sky. Well, I'm no expert in astronomy. But let's see. But since we have a lot to spare, sponsor astronomers to record some observations on it. Let me take a drink. So, for historical context, SN SN1006 or 1006, as it's called nowadays, was a supernova about 7,200 light years away, which appeared in 1006. That's the year we're on, as you can see it down there. It is the brightest observed stellar event in recorded history that we know of. SN 1006 is or 1006 is attested in records from all across the world, from official Chinese histories to a text by Iranian scholar Ibn Sina, to the annals of the Abbey St. Gall in Switzerland, and more. Based on these sources, scholars have calculated that the supernova was first sighted in April of 1006. It may have been visible for a few more years after that. There were two subsequent supernova events during the medieval period in 1054 and 1181, but these were not as bright as SN1006. Both were attested in Chinese and Japanese records and by a Nestorian Arab source in the case of 1054. But the other records of the sightings of these two and other places around the world are debatable. This is a special event that's added, not by Paradox Interactive, it's actually by VIET, one of the mods that I use. So anytime if you start the 867 start date, and when that month of April, 1006 AD rolls around, this happens. That's since I have enough money. So we'll sponsor the astronomers to record the observations on it, and I will gain the Turco-Hephthalite account of the 1006 supernova artifact. And yep, we saw it while we were at sea during the night sky. So here it is, the Turco-Hephthalite account of the 1006 supernova. +1 learning and some learning lifestyle experience. The text records the observations various Turco-Hephthalite astronomers made concerning the 1006 supernova, the brightest observed stellar event in recorded history. A large new star was seen in the sky for up to a few weeks and possibly as long as a couple of years. Due to the extraordinary nature of this event, Shahanshah Spitamana encouraged local scholars to write down some notes about it for posterity. Forget this damn thing. Put that on. Need to learn it. Where's my dog? Come on, we need to get home. And soon. Regent in prison. What? Greetings, my perceptive leads. I have a small matter for your final approval. Nothing you to read in great detail, my lord. I'll just be getting on with it, shall I? So, what you want me to do is to imprison Shahzada Gunavarman. I understand he has his ambitions, that he wants the throne of Kabulistan. After all, however, you are the best warrior out of all of us brothers. Out of all the sons of Katana. What caused him to be such? Just competition? Or something? Underlying? Wait, whose child? A stupid child of a concubine. All family members of him, well, not look at it, all rivals will gain approval. Okay. So if I veto it, I'll be spending it. If I decline, that's tyranny. So I would probably have no choice but to accept it. So I will allow it. You go. See, you claimed the title and you wanted to do something about that. The Grand Diviner Sokra staunch and unimpeachable reputation earned him respect of many. Often called upon to adjudicate disputes, he is perceived by many as embodying spirit of divine justice that is so central to Zunist dogma. You are the justice giver, like Zun himself. The sea is calm and forgiving today. Still is a boulder, and a powerful wind at our back to boot. Seems it'll be an easy day for the rowers below. When I spot a mangled corpse of a ship buried nose first in some jagged rocks just ahead. There doesn't appear to be any survivors, and the rocks would be no trivial thing to navigate. Yet I feel compelled to go investigate this mysterious wreck. Yeah, let's investigate. 62% chance we may find something, 37% chance to find nothing. Just as everyone assumed, there were no survivors on the wreck. However, the clothes and goods left on the corpse would indicate that this was once the wealth trading ship. Among the wreckage, I see exotic goods and luxurious clothing still intact, save for being a little wet, no doubt. These items will fetch a good price once we make it ashore. Good find. Hearing several thuds and angry screams covering the outside, I hasten up from below deck only to find Sylvia and Nida. And 10 seconds. Buck up, you sniveling coward, and fight me. Show me your worth. A craven like you has no right being on this journey. Sylvia spits on the ground. Nida merely cowers his feet, sweeping silently to himself. Yeah, you'd be afraid of that old battle axe. But still, you two make amends now. Need to do more of that. Now we pay a little visit to the island of Socotra. To the Great Hall. You're trying to make something very good to me. Come on. Yes, bailiffs. Ah, hang on. Mango Nose is the current exposure. That sounds good. Battlements we'll have to do. This is to reduce the men-at-arms maintenance, which is always good. I gave him a quick tour of the curios. It occurs to me that my grand hall is not as quite grand as it could be. The weaver pauses as though awestruck, examining my Zunbil dynasty banner. Oh my goodness, we need to fix these! You are just having a look. Repair these. No, don't put that there. By the way, the reason why that thing keeps popping up, it's due to one of the mods using the regional travel events. It's a bug, which sooner or later it's going to have to get updated. Organized march. Travel faster. More speed. Dedications are overrated anyway. Yeah, thank you. Slightly higher call. I'm stirred from my relaxing trip across the great blue sea by a sudden shriek. I sprinted to the stores below deck, and I'm horrified to find a seagull beside the shredded remains of our supplies. Its feathers stretched thin against the foul, bloated belly. In my rage, I could have killed a repugnant winged menace right there, but I'm stopped by my concubine, Zara. Hark! Stay your hand, you abhorrent fool! Don't you know that it's bad luck to kill a bird at sea? No, no, no! Nothing will stop me from killing this blasted bird! 50% chance to get a good meal out of this, or 50% chance to be superstitious and consider that as a bad omen. Don't you know that I'm vengeful? That bird must die! My entourage of superstitious were abated. Sorry again. Nature will provide for us, I say. Oh my gods. They too reformed? This is probably like the fifth pagan faith that's been reformed in this playthrough. A large lamb's wool tapestry of masterful craftsmanship. The cloth depicts the founding of the Hephthalite Empire and other major historical events leading up to the reign of Shaman Shah Spitamagan. Now that's more like it. This is lovely. But the question is this any better than this? Prestige for Knight versus... Actually, it's good to have Dynasty opinion up, because your strongest vassals are your fellow brethren. Back on dry land, finally. We have about 6 months as we stop to camp outside a small village in Sarusan. The locals could investigate our caravan. At first I think they're trying to trade with us, but it soon becomes clear to give us gifts and learn everything they can about our culture. One local in particular, Fakiha, is that how you say her name? Has a million questions about where we are from. We'll take every benefit that we can. Thank you. This is quite long, quite possibly the longest pilgrimage I've ever done in any playthrough. Hell, I've never done a playthrough where I play in, I don't know, Western Europe and go to Jerusalem or something. Oh hell, we're going to the war zone soon. Lord, please, for a moment of your time to hear my latest poem. This isn't the first Cindy who has tried to introduce me to the poetry. Considering the road ahead is surely not the last. There must be true infatuation of poetry, for every other dreamer has a poem in their hearts. I would like to make an attempt. Gain a poet trait, and this level of fame will definitely help me increase diplomacy a bit, as I am a man of diplomacy. I'll be a little more open-minded these days. In a few months, we'll change our focus back to diplomacy. sorry I've been away for so long, Sean. I wish I could have taken with me during the Grand Tour and the pilgrimage. But, anyways. Turning a bend on the path, we come across a group of people covered in dust, emerging what must have been an impressive tomb. They hoist burlap sacks that jingle and jangle, way down by the trinkets they dug out of the ancient building. Times are hard, dear Sean Shaw. Our families must be fed, and we're not doing harm to anyone among the living. The dude looks at us with some trepidation. He clearly realizes that it does not look good for them. Give me my cut. Get along, you two. It's always with Ninda. My Antiquarian. We're resting along the road in Upper Guru when a traveling Khorassani bard happens to pass by. She introduced herself as Bazan Bakhari. One of my guards offered a woman a few coins in exchange for some entertainment. And Bazan had sang through several songs in the local West Irani dialect. And there was a little doubt about the tongue. The melancholy songs touched our hearts deeply, and the joyful songs roused our spirits. I'll try to note down the songs I like. I did mention I've always wanted to have, you know, the stables here. Even though that would be good for light cavalry if we had any. But it does reduce horse race and melee. And in future, because, you know, to get a keep, we gotta get birds. And then you gotta have, I mean, no. You need to have battlements, and then birds. And then we have ourselves courier stations so we can travel much faster. Get to work. My journey has been a long one, but I finally come home again. While much remains the same, something has changed how the Flamens treat me. I've undergone a journey of a holy man, and they insist that something's changed about it, whether I can see myself or not. And my cat just died. God dang it. Just can't relax, can I? For future reference... Oh, we have no keeper menagerie. Well, we'll get to work on that for the next episode. Because, well, in the next episode, who knows what we'll do from here. As I'm 60 years old, still feeling fine. Although I have a permanent health damage because I drank that Cultanese tonic. So it's possible I may live up to another 10 years or so. I don't think we ever had that before. Dave or Dave. Founded by him. Huh. Go where you want. Die where you must. That's the Dave dynasty to you. Gotta stop these stupid jokes. But anyways, so I hope you people have enjoyed this episode. So who knows what I'll do for the next episode. But I do know that one thing is for certain is that, man, I really love traveling. Look where it's gone to me. Small health boost. I'm a well-traveled person, and I would love to travel around the realm some more. Hell, take my ward with me to bring up some travels. Make her a traveler too. Perhaps a pilgrim, yeah. But did not reach Paragon of Virtue, despite the results. But nevertheless. So, there you have it. So the series will continue on, as we're interested in possible expansions towards the Terran Basin direction, because I think we're overdue for a little bit of expansion, which requires, well, one thing. Conquer this, and see if we can... Okay, when the realm is no longer remote from me, we could vassalize him. Yes, that will work. Possibly the same for that. Even though the problem is that they're Manichaeans. They view us as evil, and we view them as such. So we will begin to make incursions towards the direction of the Terran Basin for our future expansion. And for all that and more. So we'll see you in the next episode. But until then, so long for now.